everybody, welcome back. My name is Reds Kanto, and today I will be talking about my predictions on Chapter 2 of Brave Danganronpa Coward's Paradise. Now, if you have not watched the previous episode, I predicted that Mitsuba was going to be killed by Hana in the yandere type situation. So today I'm going to be talking about who I think will be killed in Chapter 2 of the story. Now, before we continue, let me just say that this is all from my personal opinion. I'm going just based off the prologue and any theories that I might have. So, if you don't like my opinion, then feel free to give your own, but do not hate, alright? Awesome. Now let's go ahead and continue. So, I guess the first person we can start off with is Hiroto Akagi. This is assuming that Mitsuba and Hana are dead. Hiroto, as the protagonist, I just don't see him dying in Chapter 2. He still has a lot about, his story about the ultimate vigilante and all. I don't know, I just don't see him dying anytime soon. So, now let's move on to, another person I think will survive is Daisuke. Daisuke is another character that we don't know much about. All we know is he is a skater punk. Well, not really a skater punk. He is a skateboarder who was forced to dress up like a punk in order to get money to support his family. So, and he's pretty friendly. However, that friendliness seems a little bit too friendly in my opinion. I feel like there's going to be a lot more to him than we realize. And my personal prediction, he's actually going to be the mastermind. So, for now, it's way too early for him to die. Next character I am predicting who survives is Rey. So, Rey is the ultimate archer, and she has that type of personality where she is an antisocial, quirky kind of girl. Kind of like Maki, but except she tries to make friends. So, I had her as one of the potential killers in Chapter 1, based on her archer status and how intense she looks. However, if she doesn't die in Chapter 1, I do feel like that she's going to go far in the story. So, I do feel like that she will survive. At least this chapter. Another person I think that will survive is Urara, the ultimate mangaka, whatever. So the next person we have is Urara, the ultimate mangaka. So Urara, once again, is one of those characters where we don't know much about her. She's very formal, goes to an all-girls school. I get like a Sonya vibe from her, but I don't expect much from her character. So, ultimately, if I had to predict where she would die, it would be in either Chapter 2 or Chapter 3, but I genuinely don't think that she's going to die. I do think that she will be one of the survivors. So, that's why I'm going to move Urara up to Chapter 3. Next person I think will go to Chapter 3 is Kazuya, the ultimate pro golfer. If you remember, Kazuya was another person I had as a potential victim. Well, no, potential killer, I'm sorry. Because of his reflexes. And he's definitely one of the antagonistic characters, very egotistical, seems to think that he's right and everybody else is wrong. However, I do think that he is one of the smarter characters and he's not just blowing steam out of his ass. So, I feel like there's going to be a lot more to him and he's probably going to open up more, probably show more of a nicer, good side. And his character development will be more satisfying before he dies. So, next, we have Hibiki. Hibiki, as I said before, I'm pretty sure he's going to survive. There's almost no doubt about that in my mind. So, Hibiki is one of the paranoid Kazuichi type characters, and there are thoughts that he could be the mastermind because he prefers working behind the scenes. I personally don't think so. I think it's Daisuke, but hey, we never know. It could be Hibiki. It's a good theory. So if he is the mastermind, he can't die yet. And if he's just like a Kazuichi-like character, I don't think Chapter 2 would be a good place for him to die, because Chapter 2 is more so about, like, I don't know, in my mind it seems more about, like, friendship, like, past history, all that kind of stuff. So Hibiki just seems like he'd be better suited for dying in a later chapter if he were to die. So that's why I have him here. Next up, we have Anko. Anko is one of the possibly antagonistic characters, and she, along with Daisuke, is going to play a major role in this game. I firmly believe that, and I'm pretty sure everybody else believes that too. And it's just too soon for her to die. Like, she's so mysterious, she doesn't get much character development. If she didn't die in Chapter 1, she's going to make it to Chapter 5 or 6. That's my belief. That's my pure belief. Up next, we have... See, Chapter 2 is a bit harder for me. Up next, we have Ume. I don't really know why. It's just... I don't feel like she's going to... I feel like Chapter 3 is going to be her time to go, to be honest. I don't see her surviving, but I don't see her dying early enough like Chapter 2. So, yeah, that's it. I don't really have any good reasoning for Ume. So, now, the remaining 6, I'm going to categorize them. So, firstly, I'm thinking Ichiro could be a killer, Stella could be a victim, Hanuka could be a victim in Chapter 2. Goro, well, Yukio, first of all, I think would be a killer in this case. And as one of the comments in my previous video said, Yukio could poison one of the characters with his baked goods, and I firmly agree with that. That's one death that's one like killer plot twist I would love to see, to be honest. But ultimately, I don't know. And then there's Goro and Daigo. I don't know about these two. I do believe that one of them will die this chapter, at least one of them. So I'm going to go ahead and start ruling out some people. This is just based on personal belief and just how I feel their character is going to develop over time. So, in other fan games, we've had actresses that have been like ruthless killers, like Emma in Super Danganronpa, another 2. But I don't see that with Stella. Stella seems nice enough and level-headed enough to where she won't kill, but she also seems smart enough to where she won't be a victim that early in the game. And then there is Ichiro. Ichiro, once again, another laid-back character. Doesn't really have much going on for him at the moment. I don't think there is going to be much going on for him. People might try to kill him, but he'll somehow survive. But I don't think he's going to be a killer in that chapter. Then, this is where it gets tough. Hanuka... Actually, Hanuka, no, I don't see her being a victim. But this is where it gets tough. My prediction is that Daisuke is the victim. I mean, not Daisuke, Daigo, I'm sorry. My prediction is Daigo is going to be the victim, and it's going to either be by Goro or Yukio. And to be honest, I feel like... Again, it's another 50-50 toss-up. But I feel like Brave Danganronpa is going to try to go its own route. And I'm predicting that Goro is going to kill Daigo. So my theory is this. In the prologue, Daigo and Goro seem to be butting heads. They are both some of the Brawn characters, but Daigo is not really like level-headed. He's more of like a go-get-'em kind of person, and Goro prefers to like stop and think about things, stay calm, that sort of thing. So in like a nice like plot twist of events, I do think Daigo would be killed by Goro, but here's how. They're butting heads in the prologue. As chapter 1 goes on, they're going to slowly start a friendship, kind of like Kiyotaka and Mondo in the original Danganronpa game in chapter 2. So they're going to form a close bond, and then chapter 2, something's going to happen. Maybe a motive, maybe something else, but something's going to happen to where some sort of beef starts to form between them, and Goro is going to get the upper hand on Daigo, because Daigo doesn't really think before he acts, whereas Goro can calculate his actions first and can catch Daigo off guard. So that's why I think Goro would kill Daigo in chapter 2. And that would break the whole stereotype of a Brawn character being killed in chapter 4. And I would absolutely love that. This is also based on like my hopes of what could happen in the game. Again, Yukio making it this far is pure bias, I just want Yukio to have some sort more development. And then Goro and Daigo dying in the same chapter, I feel like could have a strong impact on the whole story. So, I guess that'll do it for this episode. Next time I will do chapter 3, and there will be 2 victims and 1 killer, like most other games. So, if you like this video, make sure you give it a like, comment your opinions. If you have differing opinions, I would love to hear them. And subscribe if you want to see more. So, without further ado, peace out.